Good morning, guys. Don't mind my hair that I've just taken out of a French braid. So it's a little bit puffy. I feel like it's been another hot minute since I updated. I went to Gold Coast with my colleague and now friend. And in fact, it went so well, we're going again in October. So it was great. So nice to travel with someone who has the money and is like not really caring. We weren't like super frugal, but we did a lot of cool things. We There was a deal at Archie Brothers, which is like a place where you could do like mini golf, bowling, and the mini golf is like a special mini golf where you can like there's every hole has a different theme. So there's like a Simpsons theme, a Monopoly theme, a shark theme, just kind of all different kinds of themes. Back to the Future theme. Yeah. Anyways, I love it. In fact, we loved that so much we actually did it twice because it was so good. We did it at two different spots, actually. We went to two different Archies. We also played, which I loved as well. Like, I really loved it and would go back, but we just didn't know if we could get different rooms. It's called Hijack, and you have 4 minutes and you go into a room and you have to solve whatever's in the room. So, like, the rooms we went into were like name the TV show from, I can't even remember if it was like from a line or a clip or something. And you had to push the button like A, B, C, or D as fast as you could. There was one about songs. And I got the Backstreet Boys song wrong. Oh, it's just so bad. Under pressure, you forget. There was a basketball one where you had to shoot as many baskets as you could, and the basket seats represented a different number, and those numbers kept switching from 1 to 3 of how much you would score. There was like one where you had to throw as many balls into a hole as you could. It was very hard to do. Couldn't do it. Like in a ball pit type area. And then there was one where you had to like take these objects, kind of like operation, and like get it up over like all these loops and stuff without touching any of the magnetic to get an electric shock, which you didn't get electric shock, but the lights would go off as if you had. Yeah, we did horrible at that, but it was actually so fun to have like such a variety of rooms. I think we got to do 5 rooms. We got to do 5 rooms, mini golf and bowling, a 9-hole mini golf, a whole game of bowling, which is like 10 lanes or whatever, 10 tries or whatever, for $45. Like, you couldn't go wrong for an hour and a half of just pure fun. So we did that. And then when we were at the other Archie Brothers, we did, which was on the last night, we did the whole lot of mini golf. And then we also did this really cool like darts, but it was a virtual dart, so it was up on the board like a pin board, and the dart board was like shone onto it, and then you had different little mini games you could play. That was the closest I got to even actually winning with Amanda. There was a time in mini golf, I think, that I was close to winning. Hijacks we played together, so no one got to win. Mini golf She just completely tore me apart in mini golf, which is fine. And bowling, there was parts when I was ahead of her, and then parts when she was. And then with the virtual darts, it was actually 2 for 2. We were all tied up, and then she won the last game. So it was so much fun. We had an hour walk. We went to a couple malls that weren't very good. We did go to one mall that was kind of okay. I got a puzzle and some stuff for Science Week that I did last week. And that was really fun. We ate lots of good food. We had these really cool like cocktails at the mini golf place. Loved it. Like popcorn, like they were just elaborate. If you're friends with me, you've seen all the pictures of all this stuff. If you're not, well, I don't know how to put any of that stuff up here, so that's reserved for my Facebook friends, I guess, and Instagram friends. But yeah, it was so good. I do feel like I'm doing this less than what I was. It's almost like, and I'm not even writing in my journal, so like I feel like I'm getting to the point now where, like I did when I first moved to New Zealand, I wasn't as, I guess, dependent on this anymore. Dependent on writing in journals or anything like that. And I am really trying to make sure that I am in the moment of every moment. Like, that's so important to me. Life is so short. I just found out that one of my friends in New Zealand has got cancer, and so that's quite devastating. And so now I'm trying to get back there for Christmas and New Year's so that I can spend time with her. I've got a job interview next week for the new year. Could end up going sooner if things don't work out at the center I'm at, but I'm trying to hold out. And I had a really good week for the first week. Bribed the little boy that having issues with a puzzle that he could take home, that I had bought on the weekend, and he could take home and do it and then bring it back. And he managed to pull himself together. It was amazing. It's only 4 days, but he did do 4 days last week as well. So I did two lots of 4 days in a row. This week was 4 days because it was a public holiday. Going back to my lovely holiday, I did get in the water, but it was too cold. I went in at nighttime, just in my clothes, not very long, just dipped in, just to say that I had been in the ocean while I was there. We did so many steps, like 30, 34, 20, like, it was crazy. So good, but crazy. And the coolest thing we did was we had an encounter with a seal. So we paid for that. It was, I think $149, and you got 30 minutes, I think, where they told you a little bit about the different seals, and you got to pet 2 different seals and feed 1 seal and take pictures with 2 seals. So it was so cool. I absolutely loved it. And we had planned to do the dolphin one, like what I did in Florida, where you get in the water with the dolphins. We plan to do that in October. So super stoked about it. Can't wait. We're actually going to do SeaWorld and Movie World. So in saying that, I am trying to get, and I think I am going to get it, for $299. So to go to SeaWorld alone, it's $109 for one entry. to go to Movie World, it's $89. Now, I'm not sure I'm going to go to Movie World heaps, but it doesn't matter. So you can pay $299 and you can get unlimited entry for 12 months into SeaWorld, Movie World, Wet and Wild, which I'm not really a big fan of Wet and Wild, so I probably wouldn't do it. But I mean, I guess if someone came to visit, then and they wanted to go to Wet and Wild, maybe I'd go with them. But I'd need someone who like really wanted to go, and I wouldn't feel bad if it was part of this package because, yeah. And there's something called Paradise Country or something like that, which is like a not a zoo, but something like that. I've never been, so that would be cool. So you get entry into all of those as much as you want for an entire year. And then there's 4 extra things. So there's Winter Carnival, which I'm assuming is at SeaWorld, but I'm not 100% sure. No, sorry. Winter Wonderland, which I'm assuming is at SeaWorld, but I'm not sure. Carnival, which I have always wanted to go. You can go to one of each of these things, and they're like an extra $60 on top of the ticket price you pay to get in. Carnival, which they have 3 carnival events. There's like a Rio one, a Mexican one, and something else, I think. There's 3, and I just thought those would be so cool to go to. I actually looked up them last year, but I couldn't get to them this year. Halloween, which I don't know if I could do Halloween because I'm not sure about the whole spooky side of Halloween. Like, I can do like Freddy Krueger, Jason. I can't do Chucky, but I can do all those like movies. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Like, none of those scare me. Scream, none of those scare me. Like, The Signs don't scare me. Like, Annabelle, It, none of those scare me. But in real life, I can be a little bit more jumpy, so I'm not sure how well I would do at a Halloween thing. Yeah, it would have to be something that like a group of people did, and then I would go probably. And then there was one thing, because there was 4 things: Halloween, Winter Wonderland, Carnival, and there's something else, but I can't remember what it is. So you get entry into, I think, all of those 4. I don't think you have to choose one of the 4. I think it's all of the 4. So yeah, sorry, I'm just waking up. I have not washed my face. I've only just taken out my hair. I'm waiting for a bunch of costumes to come today. It is Book Week next week, and New Zealand never had anything like Book Week. And you know, I can't guarantee I'm gonna stay in this industry forever. Last night I was having a talk with someone. I finally got the ECT that came out to help me in March at my center that I'm at now. We actually went out for dinner last night and had a good little chat about ECE and about residential care, helping out there, and with like youth and stuff, and then some other stuff. So I can't guarantee I'm gonna stay in early childhood for ages, but I don't see myself changing anything right at the exact moment. And it also gives me a whole bunch of Halloween costumes if wherever I go does do Halloween or I get invited. So I finally got my Belle costume, and I can show it to you. Obviously, I'm not going to show it to you on. I've already put it on. It's on my Facebook. Look, it's not exactly the Belle costume that I wanted, but it's pretty close. Oh, actually, scratch that. It's in a different room. Let me get it from the other room. I'm putting my costumes in the spare room. I'm waiting for a bunch of costumes, but I've just got this one. Let me see. I'm gonna hang it there for you guys to be able to see. I'll try to flip my camera actually, so you guys can see it better. So that is my bell dress. I don't exactly sure know why this, but the glitter gets literally everywhere. And then you've got the gloves, and the gloves just fit on your fingers. They just slide up your arm. So I thought I had got a rose to go with it, but I think that was something else I was looking at. This was actually only $48, which I didn't think was very bad. Yeah. Anyways, I also have a Frozen outfit coming today, and a Frozen outfit, and I've got a Super Mario girl outfit. So I'm a Mario girl. And a Tinkerbell outfit. I've always wanted a bell and a Tinkerbell, so I'm quite awesome that I got that. Belle, Tinkerbell, Super Mario, Elsa, and I couldn't buy the actual crayon outfit because it was way too expensive for what you got. So what I did do is I actually got a purple tutu, a light purple tutu, like a lilac-y, and a deep dark purple top that I could wear anytime. And I'm gonna try to go to the op shop, not the op shop. I'm gonna try to go to the dollar store today and see about a wig for Elsa, because I don't have the Elsa wig, and also see about getting black tape that I could just put it around my arm and the bottom, and then maybe write purple on it so it looks like a crayon. We'll see if I can envision that. And I got books to go with all of them as well. So yeah, so I'm excited about that because it is book week. We're gonna have parade, and it means I don't need to wear a uniform this entire week. I am one of the only people fully gonna dress up for 5 days. A couple other people are gonna get outfits. One person's gonna get their traditional costume from home, which I have no idea what that has to do about a book, but I guess it's a book where you can learn about the Philippines. And then I don't know what the other costume is that the people at my center are going to wear. But yeah, I'm excited. And so what's going to happen is I'm going to have to go to work and quickly get changed at work because I cannot wear these costumes on the train. But yeah, I'm very excited to do it. And I feel like this week has been the first week that I've actually been able to be a teacher and actually do stuff with the kids like I want to. And I haven't let anything stand in my way. But I think I have pissed a few people off by doing it. But whatever, it is what it is. I had activities that I had planned, that I had bought, that I had wanted to do. So I did it. And the kids loved it. And in the end, it's about the kids. It's not about the other teachers. So, yeah. Anyways, that's what's happening in the life of me. So I am just waiting for these costumes to somehow come sometime today. I'm supposed to get a message about when they're coming. And we will just go from there.